Hello, this is Coffee Hound Retro Sharka, and welcome back to another Quick Bites. And gosh, I do so love when I find a new favourite NES game in NES. And this is Air Fortress from HAL Laboratory. Laboratory? Let's call the whole thing off. But yes, it is a absolutely wonderful game. I'm so glad I found it. I think I looked at this before during my delves. You're approaching the first Air Fortress, and I think I probably just passed it off as a standard shmup, not really noticing the HAL Laboratory moniker. But as on service, yes, it looks like a. It's not. The graphics aren't like fantastic. It is from 1987, so it's not. It's that kind of still like early NES thing. But its graphics are serviceable, quite lovely in their own way. I thought this at first. I thought this was some kind of like deep sea diver thing, but no, it's a little guy and like a jet bike. Now, yes, you go run around picking up these E's. And I thought, well, what's going on here? You die to one hit. So what's the E about? So I was wondering, maybe it's score, maybe it's powers up your weapons, but no. And then I thought, well, right, and control was taken away from me, and then I thought, well, maybe going down to a boss section, a base boss battle time. And I thought, what's going on here? And yep, down we go, and it changes. You're now entering the Air Fortress. It changes genre basically to a, we'll call it quite platforming. But it's still smuppery. We got to kick back, we gotta be careful of this. This is the first mechanic you'll learn, is that when your little jetpack guy there fires, he'll get kicked back. Like, that comes into the puzzle design, level design later on. And you might notice that the E is going down. That's what the E for is, energy. It's basically your bank of energy for these on-foot expeditions. What's rather neat though is, as you just saw, if you stop moving, you will regen energy back up to the current maximum. So it's like the earliest I've seen. I think a where there's like a regenning energy life mechanic kind of thing. You've seen like for a while now in FPSs where you just like duck for cover and you regen health and whatever. But yeah, what's neat about this is that as soon as you stop moving, you start regen health, but if you take damage, it lowers your current maximum. So that's where like the risk comes into it, where you can always stand still and regen health, but the maximum you can regen gets lower and lower and lower and lower as you take damage, which is like, yeah, that's so sweet. I like that because it's challenging but not punishing. This game, it's so sweet in the difficulty and challenge. This first level, it's pretty simple stuff. You do get a bit of a difficulty spike on the second level, but it's not crippling. And yeah, this game is so charming. I love it. It gives me like almost like Spectrum in 64. That kind of vibes, those kind of gameplay vibes. I can imagine like a game like this on 8-bit home micros, just on this jetpack section here. Oh, took damage there from behind. Yes, and some kind of like defense there, Metroidy, mother brainy defense. But then up we go, and you can see, yeah. So like our maximum health now is dropped a bit because of the damage. Here's like a kind of like I want to say like mother brain, but it's like it's more like meatloaf, a piece of meatloaf or something, space meatloaf. That's like the power core. It goes dark, and then it's a race against time. In this case, it's first level. It's not. You don't have to go far, and away we go. Zoom! The first Air Fortress destroyed. And yeah, it's one of these games now, Air Fortresses, where it's just like it just fills you with joy just to think about it. You're approaching the second Air Fortress. Fortunately, you don't have to sit and do this all in one go. There is a really nice continuous system and a password system as well, which is like, yes, please, more of that in NES games. Though NES games, in my experience now of delving into the library the past couple of years, they are way more forgiving than the 8-bit home micro games, which would just be punishing, and because like the content was so slender, they just make it unfair. But no, like infinite continues tend to be the norm for NES games, which is lovely. Here's our password and game over. But then you can just hit start and away you go again. But yeah, I love this. Love this game. I can't stop raving about it right now. But yeah, what I shall do now then is just leave you to enjoy some of the music and the gameplay, and I will say thank you in advance for tuning into this QuickBytes. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you've particularly enjoyed it and have not subscribed, this is your first viewing of this channel, please consider subscribing and checking out the backlog of games. I've got this is the 45th QuickBytes now. This is a series I'm very fond of doing, so yes, and giving a like and leaving a comment really helps beat the algorithm. But yes, until the next QuickBytes, this is Coffee Hound Retro Sharka, signing off.